The 2025 NFL season hasn't even officially started, but the Baltimore Ravens are already facing a significant defensive challenge. Serious injuries have hit the team's secondary, knocking out key players like safety Darius Washington and rookie cornerbacks Bill Halcone and Robert Longerbeam. These long-term losses have created gaps that could force the team to look to the market for experience and depth. According to Bleacher Report analyst Christopher Knox, two key players deserve special attention from the Maryland franchise: cornerback Rasul Douglas and safety Justin Simmons. Knox believes Douglas would be a strategic addition to bolster the cornerback rotation. The 30-year-old veteran is coming off a subpar season with the Buffalo Bills, recording 58 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 5 passes defensed, and allowing a 122.0 quarterback rating when targeted. Despite this, his track record in the league demonstrates leadership and game-reading abilities, qualities that could be valuable to a team with Super Bowl aspirations. If Douglas is open to accepting a more depth-oriented role, the Ravens may have room for him, Knox wrote. He emphasized that while Cohn, a 6th-round pick, wasn't projected to play a central role this season, his absence still weakens the unit. Douglas, who has also played for the Eagles, Panthers, and Packers, attracted interest from other teams this offseason. According to journalist Josina Anderson, the veteran even received an offer from the Miami Dolphins but chose to decline. The possibility of joining a team with a real chance of competing for the title could weigh in Baltimore's favor in a potential trade. The second name mentioned by Knox is safety Justin Simmons, a 2-time Pro Bowl selection and recognized as one of the best players at the position in the last decade. At 31, Simmons remains at a high level and is coming off a solid season with the Atlanta Falcons, where he racked up 62 tackles, 7 passes defended, and 2 interceptions, allowing him an 81.9 quarterback rating. For the Ravens, Simmons' arrival would have an immediate impact on the rotation. The team already has Kyle Hamilton and first-round rookie Malachy Starks as projected starters. However, Darius Washington's injury, a torn ACL suffered in May, has left the 3-safety lineup with fewer options. Washington played 64% of the defensive snaps in 2024, and his absence at the start of 2025 creates a need that Simmons could fill. Knox emphasizes that Baltimore likely wouldn't offer Simmons a permanent starting role, but the veteran could play a crucial role in specific situations and provide insurance against further injury. For a player potentially in the final stretch of his career, the chance to join a strong roster and compete for a championship ring could be a deciding factor. The Ravens' defensive setup is undergoing a major overhaul. In the offseason, management invested heavily to strengthen the secondary, bringing in players like Chidobe Awuzie and Jaire Alexander, as well as first-round pick Malachy Starks. The expectation was to have a versatile group capable of blending youth and experience. However, the spate of injuries, which began during training camp, forced the coaching staff to rethink their plans. Bill Halcone, for example, suffered a serious knee injury in the preseason opener against the Indianapolis Colts. Robert Longerbeam, another rookie, was also placed on injured reserve after a similar injury. Washington, a key player in the rotation, had his injury confirmed months earlier. With the start of the regular season approaching, defensive coordinator Zach will have to balance the chemistry of the new starters with the need to find reliable replacements on the bench. Reinforcements like Douglas and Simmons could offer not only on-field security, but also experience to guide the younger players. While no trades are confirmed, Baltimore has made moves in the veteran market in previous years, especially when injuries have jeopardized key areas. In a league as long and physical as the NFL, having roster depth can be the difference between a consistent campaign and a season marked by performance dips. Whether it's Douglas, Simmons, or another name, the goal is clear: keep the defense at a competitive level high enough to complement Lamar Jackson's offense. With the AFC increasingly competitive and rivals investing heavily, each reinforcement can represent a strategic advantage. Ultimately, for veterans like Douglas and Simmons, the opportunity to play in Baltimore wouldn't be just another contract. It would be the chance to fight for a title that could crown their careers. For the Ravens, it could be the investment that keeps alive their ambition of returning to the NFL's top spot in 2025. But it seems not everything is going well for the Ravens. Coach John Harbaugh gave some glaring updates about one of his stars. The Baltimore Ravens surprised their fans last Sunday by placing rookie cornerback Robert Longerbeam, a 6th-round pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, on injured reserve for the entire season. The decision prematurely ends the player's rookie year in the NFL, but what drew attention was the vague way in which head coach John Harbaugh addressed the matter. "It's a long story," Harbaugh said when questioned by the press. "I really couldn't explain it to you no matter how much I wanted to. It is what it is. At the time, details about the severity of the injury were unclear. However, new information has emerged. According to insider Jordan Schultz, Longerbeam suffered a ruptured patellar tendon, one of the most serious and challenging injuries for athletes, especially in high-impact sports like football. It's still unclear when the injury occurred. The defender didn't participate in practice for over a week and missed the team's preseason opener. The prolonged absence raised suspicions, which have now been confirmed with the revealed severity. Longerbeam's absence adds to another recent blow to the secondary. Fellow rookie Bilal Cohn, a sixth-round pick, suffered a serious knee injury during the 24-16 victory over the Indianapolis Colts the previous week. Like Longerbeam, Cohn was placed on injured reserve and will not play until 2025. Interestingly, the two defenders are part of a select group, the 5 players the Ravens selected in the 6th round of this year's draft. Cohn was the first, going 178th overall from Western Michigan. Longerbeam was selected 34 picks later, at 212th overall, following his college career at Rutgers. At Rutgers, Longerbeam built a solid and versatile resume. Between 2021 and 2024, he accumulated 154 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 5 interceptions, and an impressive 37 passes defended. It's worth noting that he began his college career as a wide receiver before converting to cornerback, demonstrating adaptability and a distinct vision for the game. His performance in the pre-draft period was decisive in his selection. During the week of training and the East-West Shrine Bowl, a traditional showcase event for scouts, Longerbeam excelled against high-level receivers. He then shone at the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis, where he posted elite numbers. Longest long jump among all cornerbacks, 3.37 m. 6th fastest 40-yard dash time, 4.39 seconds. 5th fastest vertical jump at the position, 36.5 inches. These results caught the attention of analysts and established him as one of the most athletic prospects in the 2025 class, increasing his draft value. Despite their potential, Longerbeam and Cohn knew the competition for roster spots would be intense. The Ravens' cornerback room is one of the most talented and deep in the league, boasting veterans like Marlon Humphrey, Jair Alexander, and Chidobe Awuzie, as well as young Nate Wiggins, who is emerging as a rising star. For the rookies, their rookie season was primarily intended to be a time for development and special teams opportunities. Now, with both prospects out of action, Baltimore fans will have to wait until 2026 to see what they can deliver on the field at the highest level. In the meantime, the Ravens football department will need to evaluate whether to turn to the market to replace the losses or to rely on less experienced players from within the roster to fill the gaps. The impact of a patellar tendon injury is significant. Recovery time typically ranges from 9 to 12 months, depending on the severity of the tear and response to treatment. Furthermore, rehabilitation requires not only physical strengthening, but also technical readaptation and confidence to execute quick changes of direction and acceleration, essential for a cornerback. Longerbeam's situation is yet another reminder of the unpredictability of the NFL, where even a strong offseason performance doesn't guarantee a chance to prove himself later in the season. For the player, the focus now will be on full recovery, while for the Ravens, the priority is maintaining the depth and competitiveness of a secondary that has already been revamped this offseason with heavy investment. In a year when Baltimore is aiming for the Super Bowl, every loss counts. And losing 2 young players with potential to contribute in the medium term is a blow that, even on a talented roster, demands immediate adjustments. If you've made it this far, leave a comment with your thoughts on what additions the Ravens should bring to the team. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.